my beautiful people in the house. Welcome back to my channel. Yes, our Tinubu has appointed a new deputy DG of DSS. Yes, in the person of Fola Shade. Oh, congratulations to her. Yes, our Tinubu always appointed new ministers. He gave appointment to everybody around him. Okay, it's good to appoint people that would work with you. He will drop this one. He will appoint another one. When you don't agree with him, he will drop you and he will take the one that agrees with him. Although that is how administration is. You work with people that agreed with you. Yes. Anyway, my beautiful people, today we will be watching Arise News Morning Show, where the Arise Morning Show will be talking with Mr. Ejiofor concerning this new appointment on Mrs. Fola Shade. So let's just watch and listen what Mr. Ejiofor has to talk about this new appointment. Is she qualified for this position, or is she not qualified for this position? Mr. Ejiofor will be telling us about this new, what she feel about this lady being appointed as the new deputy DG of DSS. So my people, let's just watch together. Please drop your opinion in the comment section. What you think, what you feel about this new appointee, this lady that they just gave an appointment. Let's just, comment in the comment section. Drop your own opinion. And if you are seeing me for the first time, my name is Joyce Anyanwu. Please, if you know you have been watching, you have not yet subscribed, do me a favor by subscribing. And those that have been watching, my old subscribers, thank you very much. I really appreciate every one of you. So before I rant too much, let's just listen to what Mr. Ejiofor have to say on this matter. Thank you.
Appointment of Fola Shade Adekaiyaoja as the Deputy Director General of the Department of State Services, DSS. Adekaiyaoja, who hails from Kogi State, is the first female operative of the DSS to occupy the position. Wow. The approval, the first of its kind by any president, it was gathered, seeks to revise the agency's structure for better efficiency. The appointment and ratification by the president was based on the recommendation of the DG through the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu. The president said that the appointment was in line with its extant regulations and unprecedented in the history of the Secret Service. President Tinubu, speaking through the National Security Advisor, NSA, stated that he was not oblivious of the security challenges in contemporary times, charging all security agencies to collaborate for the common good of Nigerians. Joining us on the show to discuss what her appointment will boost, or how her appointment will boost the morale of operatives of the secret police to address some security threats, and her being the first female operative of the DSS to occupy the position, is Mike Ejiofor, a former DSS director. Good morning, Mr. Ejiofor, and welcome to the morning show.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
All right. Okay, so I already asked with regards to what extent. First of all, I don't know if congratulations are in order. As a former DSS director, at least something new, something different, something historical with the DSS, with the first female appointee as deputy director of DSS. But what significance would this appointment be? I know we can take a look at her qualifications, her experience, but very importantly, even being female, to what extent would that make a difference?
Well, it's going to make a lot of difference. But before I come to that, I must use this opportunity to thank Mr. President for this landmark appointment, and also thank the National Security Advisor who supervises all the other security agencies. And finally, I want to thank the DGSSS for taking the initiative to make this recommendation. First of all, in the extant rule, the instrument 1 of the State Security Service, establishing the State Security Service, the position of Deputy Director General has been there. But for whatever reason, nobody has taken the bull by the horn to implement it. I think it's only the DG before the last one that tried to expand the rank structure to get to the Assistant Director General. Prior to this time, most of our officers retired, terminate at the rank of director. So you see officers on a particular rank as a director being there for 8 years and more because there's no more progression for you. But when this ADG rank was introduced, just like you have in other security services, like the police, you have the Assistant Inspector General, Deputy Inspector General, the same thing with Civil Defense, Immigration, and the rest of them. So it was only the SSS that was not following that structure, even though it has been in the extant law. Now, having done that, it is very motivational because it inspires the staff. You have expansion at the top now because the top was too heavy because there were no room for expansion. What happens now is that you have Assistant Director Generals. There is provision for Deputy Director General, 2 Deputy Director General, but presently is only one that is the most senior and qualified to be appointed Deputy Director General. These are purely administrative issues in the State Security Service, but I have been inundated with calls, people asking why this is, and the DG SSS, in his usual way of, wouldn't want to expose such things to the press, but it's my duty, like I've always done, to at least enlighten the members of the public because people will begin to have different interpretations. Now, the new DDG that has been appointed, like I said, is the most senior and the only one qualified for now to be appointed DDG. There is still provision for expansion for appointment of another Deputy Director General, and I think as soon as that one is done, I believe the DG will also take the initiative to make such appointments. What does it do for the service in general? I tell you that it calls for celebration even among retired staff. You remember that the president also appointed this DG from within the service. So he has been abreast. He knows the problems, he knows the challenges within the service, unlike previously where you appoint either retired people or people from outside to head the service. So this is very, very inspirational, and I can tell you that feelers from the service, the people are very happy. And you know, when we are talking of gender sensitivity, for her to be lucky to be appointed at this particular time, it tells a lot about the professionalism as promised through the NSA by the president, that is wants to make sure that there's professionalism in the service and there's need for us to tackle our challenges. So motivated staff, you can see they become very productive in terms of welfare, and he has come out with a lot of welfare packages. And I think there's so much he has to do, and he needs our support. He needs encouragement from Nigerians by assisting the agency to collect information which will help us in fighting our
Absolutely.
scores. So it's a very, very welcome development. Yes.
It is certainly a welcome development, especially on the gender sensitivity. I know several people are celebrating that. However, I'd like you to clarify a point of conversation that has emerged in the public space, where people are saying that, well, they look at her name and they say this raises some concern about federal character. Yes, she's from Kogi State, but she is Yoruba. And people are saying, how can DG and deputy both be Yoruba? Can you clarify the dynamics around that for us?
That's a very interesting question too, because I've received series of calls, why must it be a Yoruba? First of all, Kogi is in North Central. Kogi is not in the Southwest. The DG is from the Southwest. Besides, like I explained, he is the most senior now and most qualified. So we don't bring politics into this into the service. In terms of appointments of state directors, appointments of ADGs and directors, yes, we observe the federal character appointment, but you know that you cannot strictly follow character appointment over competence and capacity in a service like this. But like I said, for now, either by providence, she's the most senior and the only one qualified now to be appointed DDG. So there's no problem about that. And I think it's one of the reasons I said that, yes, I must explain this, because people will begin to say, the man is Yoruba, he's not, it's God that put him there, put her there, sorry. So it's a luck and divine that she's there now. One, she's a woman. Two, she's the most senior and qualified to be appointed DGG for now.
All right, well, thank you very much. I'm not sure if people would say that it's divine when you talk about federal character. It's a very sensitive issue when we look at it from the Nigerian context. But I hear you, and I do agree with you that if it's in the terms of rank and seniority, perhaps we might not be able to we can be able to justify that. But let's move forward. Part of this appointment, beyond, of course, the big celebration around her being the first female to occupy the position, is the president's desire to revise and to make the agency more efficient. This is one of such moves, one of those moves. And you started earlier by saying thank you and congratulating the president for this move. What are other things that must be done to make the agency more efficient? It's been plagued with some complaints in certain quarters. Some people are saying it's high-handed. Some people are saying, like you've mentioned, top-heavy. What are some of the things that ought to be done to make the DSS more efficient in Nigeria?
You see, I am very much aware that I'm a pensioner from the service. And at least since the present DG came in, my pension has been enhanced. How he did it, I don't know. Welfare of staff is paramount in his pragmatic approach in encouraging staff. Promotions are being released. In fact, it's not in my position to begin to discuss certain issues on air, because this is a covert organization, and he has come out plainly to say that his operations will now be covered. But I can tell you that he has, within this short period, done so much to encourage and motivate staff in terms of training, in terms of welfare, in terms of promotion. A lot of innovations coming, and the staff, they are very happy. At least I relate to some of them. The retired people are also happy with him. He has brought in a lot of innovations, and besides welfare of staff and motivation of staff, you can see that there's a lot of collaboration between a lot of collaboration and synergy between the other agencies, which is what is helping us in achieving the results we are achieving now. And when he was appointed, the president did emphasize there's this need for all the agencies to synergize and work together. I'm also in touch with some of the service chiefs who hope that this is a different DG from what we used to have. So it's a very welcome development, and we need to encourage him to do more for the staff and for the country.
Absolutely. Now, I'm glad you mentioned that, the organization is a covert organization, because some people are saying that, okay, was it necessary to publicize this appointment? Does it not, yes, we know who the DG is it necessary for the public to be made aware who the other officers are? What's your take on this new strategy with regards to communicating the structure of the DSS?
Yeah, that's a very vital question too. The SSS did not issue any statement in regards to that. The president approved the appointment, and it was released from the office of the NSA that such appointment has been made. Left with Mr. Ajayi, the DGSSS, I don't think he's interested in it, but it's good that people know that there are some structural development, some structural adjustment within the service. This, like we said, you said in your intro, this is a landmark, and it's a very strategic appointment that should not be swept under the carpet. But I think the SSS did not issue any statement on that.
All right, beyond this appointment, as you mentioned and highlighted, according to the constitution for the DSS, there's room for 3 deputy directors. This is the first step. We have one now. Do you think that it would also help to occupy those 2 positions so as to complete and, like I talked about earlier, even improve the efficiency further? So we reduce the top heaviness of the agency.
You have virtually answered the question. Let me tell you that with the creation of this Deputy Director General, it calls for expansion and accommodation of various groups in terms of federal character. And, before, like I said, when you have the top, very heavy, ending at directors, when you have these DDGs fully appointed, you have one in charge of administration, another one in charge of operations. And I don't know how the third one came, but that's purely administrative. What I can tell you is that this is a very welcome development that will encourage staff. When you have career, there's career progression. When you get to a particular place and you are stunted, it doesn't encourage you, or you bring somebody from outside to come and head this place. It doesn't help career progression. So I think that this expansion at the top will also encourage career progression for the serving staff, that one day you might be not a situation where you have one only DG, you don't have a Deputy Director General, you don't have assistant. These are offices that have been created to encourage staff, in their career progression. And if the DG, Mr. Tosi Ajayi, has been selfish, he would have left it at the way others are left. But because he believes in professionalizing the service, he has to expand to encourage people.
All right, wonderful. Now, just in a broader sense, of course, many people are still wishing each other a happy new year. We're still setting our agenda for 2025. If you were to set the security agenda for 2025, what are some of the major things you think we need to focus on this year?
Yeah, I think it's very, very critical that we reassess our approach. And don't forget that it's just new. The DG is new. He's establishing contacts with the service commanders on the way forward. But for me, as a person, we should prioritize the issue of our security. There are some that are political. There are some that will use kinetic. There are some that will use non-kinetic approaches. For instance, we have achieved a lot of success in the northeast until recently that we started having some isolated cases. Then look at the northwest, and you have the issue of Lukarawa And that also has to be, since their inception, you agree with me that after the first initial appearance, much has not been heard from that Lukarawa. That is because of the activities of both intelligence and security forces. Then you come to the Southeast. I think government should take the initiative to have a political solution to the issue in the Southeast, especially the issue of unknown gunmen and Nnamdi Kanu. I will strongly appeal to government to use this opportunity to unconditionally release Nnamdi Kanu. Let us see, because people who are killing innocent people are claiming that they are fighting for Nnamdi Kanu. And then Nnamdi Kanu has condemned these issues. He has talked about sit at home, that is not in support. How can you be fighting for a people and at the same time destroying the economy and their means of livelihood? So I think government look at the issues, and I'm happy equally too that the federal government this year, you can see that this is the largest budget in terms of security and defense. And that shows you the much concern the government is showing. But my worry is not just budgeting. I feel there should be proper scrutiny, proper oversight function from the National Assembly to ensure that monies meant for such budgets are used judiciously and not frittered away. I was quite embarrassed, and I think the other day, Senator Adams of Shomole brought an issue of establishing school by the military and other agencies that are not related in fighting this. And it was shut down. The Senate president asked questions 3 times, whether they didn't understand what it meant. But they say perhaps they don't want such oversight function. For what reason?
Yeah.
You are representing the people.
All right.
That's, to me, was quite embarrassing.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much for your time with us, Mr. Mike Ejiofor.
Beautiful people, you have heard and you have listened, you have watched the video where they were interviewing Mr. Ejiofor concerning this Folashade appointment as the deputy DG of DSS. Yes. So what is your take? What is your thought on this matter? Did you guys think he is going to, to perform well? Does that position fit her? And the rest a matter like why is it that the DG is a Yoruba and the deputy is also a Yoruba? So for my own take on that, it doesn't really matter, because like they used to say, shoe fit. I don't know how they used to speak that thing. They say shoe fit who is putting the shoe on. The person that is putting on the shoe knows where the shoe bites and knows if the shoe fits or not. Yes. So Mr. President has, before he would appoint her, he has already, I think, thought about it. He has read his CV, what he can do and what he cannot do. That is why he appointed her. Yes. So another thing that really caught my attention is about this issue that Mr. Ejiofor just raised concerning Nnamdi Kanu. My question is that why are they still detaining that man there? What is the problem? They have not really come out to tell us what is the problem, who is behind, because before Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention, there must be somebody, a forces that is behind it, that has said it's just like an agreement that has been made that you will be there, but you will not release this man. This man has to be dead. That is what I want. So I'm just feeling that because they have not come out to tell us what is the problem, why are they still keeping that man in detention? For how many years now? They don't even have that feeling for that man that he has a wife and children. For example, if the wife was pregnant that period, the child now will grow up without even knowing his own father. I don't know. People have been pleading, people have been begging, especially the Igbo people, that as they still have voice, they still have opportunity to sit in government position. There have been anytime, because if you watch now, this Mr. Ejiofor now, nobody asks him about Nnamdi Kanu, but he just throw the matter because every time they have opportunity to talk, at the end of the conversation, they will just throw out the matter, which means the thing is really disturbing them. And if you really see what this man just said right now, like in Igbo land now, every Monday is sit at home. You know, headsmen buying each other. Problem here and there. Just when you want to say, they say they are doing all these things because of Nnamdi Kanu. So I don't really know if governments, they are happy that all this thing is happening. If government, they are happy that people are buying each other in East, you know, like in Igbo land, I don't know. Why can't they? Because I don't feel that this is just wickedness. This is just I don't care matter. But remember, as we always say, they say we are all Nigerians. We are fighting for each other. Because I know surely this thing that is happening to Nnamdi Kanu, if it's happening to another maybe tribe or like Yoruba, or let me just say another tribe, it will not be like this. I don't really know what is the problem. Because if you see this matter, when this matter arises, it was 3 people that came up with this matter, which is 3 people that were advocating that they need their own. The other one say he need nation, Aduduwa nation. The other one say he needs revelation. The other one say he wants Biafra. And if you see, they have these 2 other people are free, moving up and down, doing things the way they want. But why are they still keeping Nnamdi Kanu in that position? I don't really understand. I don't know why they are still keeping him there. Okay, what has this man really, what is his offense? Can't they grant him bail? He can be coming back, he can be coming from home, you know, to the court. Moses stayed there for how many years? Remember, this man was there 2 years before Buhari left. Buhari has left now. Tinubu has entered. At least we used to see that, oh, we pray, oh, let the new power come. When the new power come, he will have mercy on us. But this is just like Buhari has gone. Now it's Tinubu. So what is his offense? Why can't Tinubu just give an order to release Nnamdi Kanu? Why? So that peace would reign in East. Because the problem in East, people are buying each other. People are, you know, a lot of things happening there. You cannot even walk at night. You cannot even, tomorrow you will see people are buying each other. Just all in the name of, say, Nnamdi Kanu. People sit at home. They have been doing sit at home since God knows when. Nothing is happening. Why? It's just nobody care. Buhari don't care. The governor, even nobody. The government don't even care. Every day they will say they will go to court. The next thing they will take him back again. I don't really understand. True. I don't understand. I don't understand why they are still keeping that man there. I don't really understand. I don't have this opportunity to just speak this, because sometimes we just sit down and say, what is the problem? Why can't they just release this man? Let him go, even though he can be coming from his home to court. Why must he has a wife? My God, this man has a wife, he has children. Does it mean for 4 years or 5 years now, the wife will not meet the husband? The wife cannot have that feeling of my husband. The husband cannot have that feeling of my wife, children. And can you people just, can president stay away from his wife for 5 years? Or can president or all this senate or whatever, people have been crying, people have been begging. Now everybody is not even doing it in violent way. People are begging, please just release Nnamdi Kanu so that peace would reign in our state. So anyway, my beautiful people, Well, I congratulate Shade, Folake Shade. Congratulations for your new appointment. At least she's a female. Now we see, even last time when Tinubu appointed what is her name? Ojukwu wife, Bianca Ojukwu. He appointed her as a new women minister of affairs. He appointed her. Now is another Fola Shade. Fola Shade, sorry. He appointed another Fola Shade again. So anyway, we are happy that Tinubu is still looking, recognizing women. Well, anyway, my beautiful people, I don't have much to say. If you have watched to this time, thank you very much. Please subscribe to this channel. Click at the notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you will be the first to be notified. Thank you very much. Drop your own opinion in the comment section. I will see you in my next one. Bye for now.